Alright folks, Acid Roots here. So we've got more Mystic Quest, and we're gonna make the progress towards knocking out this Ice Golem character. Now he does triumph more in the beginning of this episode, but definitely by the time we get to part 12 he'll be taken care of. And I just got some more gameplay going for the area that comes after this ice pyramid, so we're going to be seeing more of that. So yep, we'll get this in motion. The thing about this game is, as much as I've watched this, I mean, it hasn't been dozens of times that I've watched this game get played through, but like I've said before, I've had a series of times where I've watched this game just because it's a classic Final Fantasy game, classic Super Nintendo game and such, classic old school game, and I for some reason this game just does not stay embedded in my memory. Like when I think of like a game like Donkey Kong Country, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mortal Kombat, something like that, I think of those. I mean, those games are pretty much, they are right down memory lane, but this game, even though I've messed with it for the better part of 8, 9, maybe even 10 years now, I just don't have the most continual knowledge about this. Like, I definitely remember this area. I do remember the Ice Pyramid. This stands out just because it's so distinct, but there's not enough of this game. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just... I guess it's just been too long since I've really messed with this game. I don't know what it was. I just took a break from this game, and I don't know why, because it's such a stellar game. That's kind of the problem with it, but... So, I'm trying to figure out as to why. I probably should have snipped some of these battles. I was kind of underneath the impression that I had, but I guess I didn't save in terms of going back to the Ice Golem. So you're going to be seeing a little bit extra fighting. Here I thought it was just going to be the entire Ice Golem the whole time, but I guess not. So, yep. Kind of kicking back. I mean, nowadays it's been a little while since I've talked about the news and stuff like this in earlier episodes. Like back when I was doing like episodes 7 and 8 of this, it was probably talking about like the leftover COVID nonsense, but now it's actually Ukraine. That's what's going on right now, is the Ukraine war. So that's just in case you want like a time capsule of where things are at as far as how they're going and stuff. That's what's going on currently. It's been on the news since late February, and we're in the second week of March now, so it's just kind of like, yep. So there's been bits and pieces of folks saying on Instagram that this is like the preemptive World War III, but yeah. Yep, so yeah, there needs to be a sequel to this game. I mean, Mystic Quest, I don't know, there's just something about it. Like, they need to do more spin-off series like this, because this was good. I mean, really, I learned, and I think I said this in the last episode or the one before that this was basically intended to be for, like, the United States, what Final Fantasy VII wound up being. So this is the game that they thought was going to be like the cool factor game, and the one that people are memeing about and can't help but like in like school sessions, class sessions, and just work sessions, all those different places. I don't know. I mean, I mean, this is a stellar game, but it doesn't have like the factor. Like, I feel like Benjamin probably feels like someone who has like a curfew or something. Not that, I mean, for folks who do, it's just, I mean, you're just more obedient, but that's how you have to look at it. As kind of Cloud was just, I mean, he was in the military, he had seen things, he was forlorn, he had no problem with talking with, attractive female characters like Eris and Tifa and even Yuffie in some cases. That's just how it kind of went, but I mean, there are female characters in this game, but, Benjamin here is quite prompt and preppy. Or, he's prim and proper, I'd say. But, I mean, it was a Super Nintendo game. There wasn't, what are you talking about? There wasn't flirting in Nintendo games back in the day. So, but, yep, so we're gonna mess with this Ice Golem. And I think I went to the trouble of saving. If not, I mean, I don't suspect there's gonna be a ton more like nonsense type. I mean, really, this is we're almost out of the ice pyramid. So if you're really getting sick of this area, just hold your breath a bit. And realize that it's on the way. But yeah, I do like the areas in this game. I mean, the designers of this game did well. That's definitely a thing. It's just distinct as hell. A lot of video games don't have this. It just jumps off the page, has that appeal towards it. Yep. If it just would have had, I don't know. I mean, I like the dialogue of this game, but it's just so faint and minuscule. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even like I don't remember Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy 4, which is called Final Fantasy 2 in America, but you know, the early the one before this, just kind of wondering about, like, you know, how talkative the characters were in that game. Because in Final Fantasy 7, the characters get drunk, they're talking about stuff, they're, you know, like a couple of the homeless characters or the more deadbeat characters in certain, like one of those towns are hitting on Eris, trying to get her phone number and stuff, trying to, I mean, you've got NPCs, non-player characters trying to mac on your would-be girlfriend and stuff. So it's just some good stuff in there. You can go to pubs and, you know, basically tell the owner of the pub that his food is crap. I mean, you won't get the item, but there's just certain things like that that made that sort of stuff kind of jump off the page more. So it's definitely it's appropriate. But we're gonna keep fighting the ice golem. Say fuck you and but yeah, kind of hungry actually. I'm just trying to, like, I think in an earlier episode I kind of said I was trite with food at the moment, but I did basically get a good smattering of Powerades. So I got plenty of those. My blue Powerade is one of choice. I do drink those. I had a purple one, but I don't know. I mean, I like the purple ones somewhat, but they're almost like an acquired taste. I mean, most folks, I think, tend to veer towards like the red or the blue ones. I used to really like the green Powerades, but those are just hard to find. I don't know why Walmart.com doesn't have them. They only offer you 4 or 5 flavors. You can't get the white ones, the pink ones, the lemonade flavored ones. I don't know why they're so short-handed on Powerade, but absolutely refuse to do it. Just dumb. It is. I mean, things are getting really kind of iffy and crotchety about having drinks anymore. I don't know what it is. There's another drink I've been trying to get for a while called Hubert's Lemonade, and that's a really good lemonade. I've had it like 2 or 3, maybe 4 times, but no more than that. And I've all of a sudden decided to start wanting it again. Can't find it now. I mean, I want to say as recent as even a year ago or like 8 or 10 months ago they had them, but now they're just unavailable. And I don't know, because the pandemic is kind of cooling off. I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to still be out of stock, but I just don't know why. Like, you know, basically a brand of lemonade, it didn't go out of business, and I want to say, I don't know, I haven't done enough research to see if they're actually, the brand itself hasn't extinguished, but I want to say that that's kind of random that they would just, you know, be so elusive anymore, you know? I mean, it's not like I live in the least populous states of the United States to where they wouldn't have these things, you know? It's kind of, I don't know. I wonder if they would even have them in California or New York or something. It's kind of curious about that. But, it's the situation. So, yep, it's just been relatively low-key and stuff, you know. Gas prices are going up. I'm sure that's something some of y'all like hearing about. It's like, oh yeah, you know, paying $73, $85 for a tank of gas. It's like, you know, I mean, but I find this sort of stuff, I mean, for some reason, you know, Russia only owning 3% of the United States' oil shipments somehow has effect on the other 97%. This I don't know. I could get super political here and really, start bitching about that, but this is kind of, I'll tell you. Yeah, you should know the drill at this stage. I shouldn't have to, but we'll just keep this. So this recording session's almost over. I get pissed off just because I can't. It starts getting tiresome trying to knock this guy out. But in the next session, which you're going to see a little bit of here, yeah, we're going to go back in and get this guy knocked out. So, but that will happen in the next episode, and then we'll get some more, like I said. So, but I learned a trick. I haven't been really talking about the gameplay behind the Ice Golem, but the real trick is just to heal. That's what you need to do, is just to make sure that you're healing. You probably, like I said, you don't want to, in a previous episode, you don't want to have like the computer control Phoebe. So you want to, heal, attack, and that's basically the secret to knocking this guy out, which I didn't realize because I thought I could get 2 attacks in, but because the Ice Golem is meant to be a strong enemy, just looking at this guy, you can tell that his attack power is real strong. Basically means that you have to emphasize, because there's only 2 party members. I guess I reset this, so loading. We're just going to load real quick. But yeah, like I was saying, because there's only 2 party members, both characters have to take emphasis in healing, so yeah. This is an extra thing. not too many role-playing games really use where there's only 2 characters only, but in case there are, it's just something to know. It's just kind of have like a attack, heal kind of pattern type thing. But I wonder how later battles are going to turn out, because I know the next area, which is kind of the next element dungeon, I wonder how that's going to fare. I remember in an earlier playthrough I got pretty far, but I just wonder how much it's going to try my patience. We'll find out. But, you can go ahead and guess that some of these dungeons are going to be like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 episodes long. It feels like we've been in this dungeon since at least episode 7, and this is episode 11 here, so it's basically 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's about 6 episodes that this ice pyramid has been. It's really racking up like the video count. And I know I bet you if I would have trimmed some of the battles that you've seen in some of these episodes, we could have gotten this guy beaten in this episode or even episode 10, but I'm not in that much of a hurry. It's an extra thing to kind of go about. But yeah, I getting kind of thirsty from talking like this. I could use one of those Powerades right about now. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things kind of yap about at this stage. Like, Batman's out. That's another thing that I didn't realize. I really thought that movie was not coming out until June. I guess Little Caesars Pizza has like this special pizza, and I've talked about that. I have had that special Batman pizza that they've had, but I didn't realize that the Batman movie was out in March. Like I said, I thought it was going to show up in June, so I thought that was going to be like a summer movie. I'm glad it's out, because I'm definitely thinking about renting it. I really hope Robert Pattinson and the rest of them do effectually well, because Batman, those are supposed to be good movies. They just are. And it just depends, Ben Affleck, they kind of have, mismatch. It's arguable with folks as to how well they think he did, but the Christian Bale movies were outstanding. I need to watch, I haven't seen those since they came out, but I need to watch those Batman movies again and see what's up with them, especially The Dark Knight. That, no matter what, I guarantee most people feel like that's a 4-star movie. And by 4-star, I mean out of 4 stars. So that's... Some people rank it 5 stars, but some people rank movies up to 4 stars. That's, it's whichever. But it's a classic. It definitely is. Heath Ledger just annihilated that movie. So yeah, we're gonna basically finish off this dude in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Go grab some pizza, and I'll see you in part 12, I think.